Excellent moment to every one of us today. We say good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, depending on our time zone. It is another revolutionary concept of the global clusters today. We are saying instead of NSAS, instead of NBAR governance, instead of every protest and unrest that never yielded anything to us, positively as a people, as a nation, we are calling ourselves in the voice of the global president, Ambassador Dr. Adekunle Badmus. We are saying, come, let us do humanity revolution, where we treat ourselves not because of color, not because of race, not because of ethnic or religion or political affiliation, but for the fact that we are human, treating ourselves with empathy, care, love, not just to us as human beings, even to our environment and the universe, for us to have a better home to stay, for us to have a better nation. And as our custom is, we will introduce ourselves to the Humanity Evolution with our Humanity Evolution video promo. Host kindly share the video of the Humanity Evolution. Thank you.
Imagine a world bathed in the soft glow of kindness. Picture a bustling marketplace in Marrakesh, where a vendor offers a warm smile and a kind word to a weary traveler. See a young girl in Tokyo offering her seat on the train to an elderly woman, their eyes meeting in a moment of shared humanity. In a small village in the Andes Mountains, neighbors gather to help a family rebuild after a storm, their shared laughter echoing through the valley. These are not isolated acts of charity. They are threads in a vibrant tapestry of compassion that is being woven across the globe. Each act of kindness, no matter how small, contributes to a larger movement, a revolution of the heart. This is the Humanity Revolution. The Humanity Revolution is not a political movement, nor is it defined by any one religion or ideology. It is a universal calling, an awakening to the interconnectedness of all beings. It is a recognition that we are all part of something larger than ourselves, and that our actions have a ripple effect on the world around us. This revolution is fueled by compassion, the ability to understand and share in the suffering of others. It is driven by empathy, the capacity to step into another person's shoes and see the world through their eyes. And it is sustained by respect, a deep appreciation for the inherent worth and dignity of every human being. The impact of compassion is not merely anecdotal, it is deeply rooted in our biology and woven into the fabric of our communities. Studies have shown that acts of kindness release oxytocin, a hormone that promotes feelings of trust, connection, and well-being. When we are kind to others, we are also kind to ourselves. There are countless examples of how compassion and empathy have transformed lives and communities. In Rwanda, survivors of the genocide have come together to rebuild their shattered nation, offering forgiveness and understanding in the face of unimaginable pain. In the aftermath of natural disasters, we see ordinary people performing extraordinary acts of courage and selflessness, putting the needs of others before their own. The Humanity Revolution is not a spectator sport. It requires each of us to step onto the playing field of life and engage in acts of compassion, empathy, and respect. It challenges us to move beyond our comfort zones, to reach out to those who are different from us, and to extend a hand of friendship to those in need. Start small, smile at a stranger, listen with an open heart, offer a helping hand. These simple acts of kindness may seem insignificant, but they are the building blocks of a more compassionate and just world. Visit theglobalclusters.org to connect with others who are answering the call to action. Together, let us create a world where humanity thrives.
Together, let us create a world where humanity thrives. A very great moment to every one of us today. I greet especially the OO1 of the global clusters, the president of the global clusters, Ambassador Dr. Adekunle Badmus. We greet you, sir. We say thank you, sir, for all you do, for contributing your own quota to the development of our nation, of humanity, and to the world. Thank you, sir, for all you do. And of course, a very great shout out to the 001 Humanity Revolution in person of Dr. Doris Yaro. Thank you so much, man. We appreciate you, man. Of course, a very big shout out to the 002 Humanity Revolution of the Global Clusters in person of Cluster and Chaplain Dr. James Mercy Obatumbi, the president of World Humanitarian Organization for Peace and Equity in Nigeria, WOP. Thank you, sir. And we facilitate with you, WOP organization for the seventh anniversary preparation coming up on the 27th of September 2025. We really hope to be there and to join in the celebration. Thank you, sir, for all you do in the community of the global cluster, and of course, in the nation, Nigeria, in Africa, and to the world. Thank you so much, sir. We appreciate all you do. Thank you all viewing us on YouTube, on Facebook, on TikTok, on X, and on Instagram handle of the global clusters. These are the spark hubs of the global clusters channel that is free to every one of us that we can always join through to connect with these revolutionary concepts and meetings that are meant to revolutionize and to train us and to develop every one of us for nation building. I am Cluster Oluwaseyi Odusagun, and today, I'm opportune to stand in for the 001 Humanity Evolution and the 002 Humanity Evolution. A very big shout out to my brother and friend, Cluster Fares. Thank you, sir, for all you do. And to our host, Cluster and Tennyson Jaja. Thanks for all you do, sir. We really appreciate all you do. All right. Today, in the Humanity Evolution, we'll be looking at an interesting topic that resonates with humanity. You know, since humanity is about promoting compassion, equality, equity, and justice, we deliberated and we thought of, okay, let's have one of those topics that are pressing to us as people, as a nation, as human, that will help us, build our nation properly. And today will be in the humanity evolution session of today. We'll be looking at sharing resources and opportunities for nation building. Sharing resources and opportunities for nation building. Humanity evolution promotes compassion, equity, and justice, as I've said earlier on, and sharing resources ensures no one is left behind. Equitable opportunities build stronger and united nations. When we have resources and we share, everybody feel all right and everybody is happy, and everybody feel like they belong, and no one feel neglected or sidelined. Now, what does sharing mean? When we say sharing, what does it mean? Uh, it could mean that fair distribution of wealth and opportunities. Fair distribution of wealth and opportunities. As a family, as a community, society, states, nation, fair distribution of wealth, is what and opportunities, not just the material things alone, opportunities, and that's what we do here in the global clusters, sharing the accurate knowledge, accurate information, of course, that leads us to the accurate connection. Number two, what does sharing mean? Supporting vulnerable groups, those that are incapacitated, that couldn't support themselves. When we render our own support, we are sharing also. Three, collaborative use of community resources. Some people don't just monopolize resources. I think last week we talked about protection, of the public spaces, the resources that we have, both natural or man-made. You understand? So collaborative use of community resources also mean sharing. Then number four, creating platforms for empowerment. Creating platform for empowerment is also sharing. When you see people that that are less privileged, that needed opportunity to rise, by you empower. When I say empowerment goes beyond just sharing money to people. When you give people the right gig, the right click, that they should engage when they start working, start gainfully employing and they're engaging themselves in activities that will make them render services and get reward at the same time. So that's empowerment, not just sharing 2K or 5K. Now, why sharing resources matters? Why do we have to be sharing? Why do we have to talk about this in the humanity revolution today? It reduces poverty and inequality. The resources we have when we share with people, it's help them to also have the privilege, to have access, you know, to sort out their needs. When people lack, inability, the inability to sort for your needs, that's what causes poverty sometimes. Poverty will make you incapable, incapacitated, understand, to sort your needs. And when we share this, it reduces that, it empowers people. We share our opportunities for people like what we have in the global clusters. There are so many opportunities here in the global clusters to help us sort of our needs, even by encouraging people to get onboarded into the global clusters. The way the program is being designed right now. When you encourage one person to subscribe onto the global clusters, I mean, this even if it's just the 61,000 or the 61,000 membership as a cluster as a member, or the 81,000 as a vendor, either of the two, you have a chance of automatically, getting 13,000 naira for yourself, just for one, for one membership, that you are able to encourage one person, and the benefit even goes beyond, far, far beyond, even the monetary membership aspect. You come in, that's why the opportunity is shared here, because one of the vision of the global cluster is that we cluster to prosper. And the motto of the global cluster is prosperity for all, and it's real. And this is very real because I understand. I've been following up. I've been consistently following up with the system, and it's worked 100%. When you're able to encourage someone to onboard into the global clusters, you have 13,000 naira. And imagine then if you have opportunity to have two, you have 29K, like 29,000 naira for just two membership. And that's very, very real. And that's just an opportunity. And you bringing people into the global clusters, it goes far, far beyond just your own benefit. Even as you are gaining, the other person coming into the system also is gaining, because every time we are here enlightening ourselves, giving ourselves value, this is the only social media platform that is embedded on morals, on value adding, on growth, on mindset growing, making sure that you have skill. And even when you encourage anyone into the global clusters, they are automatically getting empowered because they have opportunity for a scholarship whereby they can learn relevant skills that can even make them better in their current job, or can open opportunities for them. And that is the real empowerment, not just giving people a little fee that will suffice them for now, but an opportunity that will unlock several opportunities in the future. So that's one of the reasons for sharing of resources, reduces poverty and inequality. And number two, it promotes social harmony and unity. When everybody is sharing, there will be love. And most of the important thing about love, is sharing, is giving. We have learned that here in the global clusters, and that is everywhere in every of our religious setting. We talk about giving. Love is about giving and the likes. When everybody, your brother is hungry, your sister is hungry, your neighbor is hungry, Even if it's just a tip, you share opportunity for this person. You have graduates around you, and you have graduates around you that not doing anything and are hungry. Not doing anything will make you hungry because we don't lack resources, to suffice for your own need. So you give them opportunity to get something doing. And we have all that here in the global. We have opportunities whereby you can go into the real estate businesses there. You can go. We have the ARE that is selling so fast. The agri real estate and export project that is selling so fast. And every of the sales that you will make, you are getting the benefits for yourself. Everything you do in the global clusters, every of your engagements in the global clusters will definitely put money in your pocket. You're not just doing it for free. You're not doing it for fun. There's always it's either you take the global cluster as a full-time job, or you take the global cluster as a side gig. You are still going to be getting something for yourself. So this is a community that is sharing resources for everyone, as many that are willing to take to utilize the opportunities that are available. So why sharing resources again? Why do you have to talk about sharing? Why does it matter? It builds trust within communities. When I share, when we talk about sharing now, it go beyond, like I said, it go beyond giving money or material things, giving opportunities, giving links for jobs, enlightenment, how people can get empowered in knowledge, in information, and how they can do things and get things for themselves, the whole lot, the global process is just a whole lot of what we are talking about. Because even you coming into the system, there's an opportunity whereby you get something for yourself. Every day there's a stipend that you get for promoting people's products. You understand? You get to 200 stipend. So there's always an opportunity for growth, and everybody's happy. Everybody's good in the community. When we share, there's always trust within the community. Now, another reason we should be talking about sharing is it strengthens collective growth and development. It strengthens collective growth and development. When I have and I share, like maybe I have an opportunity for like five job links in the community, and I see some people that are not doing it, and I share that five job links, you understand, to those people, and they start working, they get empowered. Those people, as they go out and get empowered, they get something for themselves. One person, like 20 people will benefit from it, because when that person get a salary, the younger one will get, the family member will get, the market people will get, and as we are growing, that person also will have other links to share to others. So the community is growing. I believe that Nigeria can be better. Nigeria can be great when the people, at the epic, those up there, they have the opportunity to share the links, share the opportunity to everyone. There's no need for me to travel abroad. When there are opportunities here and everybody's living fine, and we are growing our own community, we are growing our own society, we are growing our own states, we are growing our own nation, making the nation a place to be. Sometimes the insecurity and the vices happening around the society, boils down to the fact that some people are feeling neglected. Nobody feel like nobody cares about them. And sometimes when some of them are even being apprehended, you realize that there are people that are sound, some are even graduates, or some have skills, some even have jobs, but they don't have the opportunity to showcase them, and they get frustrated. But it's not an excuse though, but we are all different in our spirit of doggedness and tenacity and determination to stay true to ourselves. So, but notwithstanding, as a nation, as a people, not just waiting for the government, we can from our own end. When everybody in the community, they're living fine, they're making their money. Nobody will stress you with your own money. Nobody want to bother into your. You don't even need to spend a whole lot of money building high fences with a lot of electrical barbed wire security, strong tight security. You don't need tight security. We have developed countries. There are developed countries everywhere that even their political officers, they don't even go around with big heavy security around. Some even use bicycle. Political ministers use bicycle on street because everywhere is safe. because everybody's busy developing themselves, growing themselves. Everybody's busy doing something. Everybody have an opportunity to get something out for themselves, and society is safe. You understand? So we can. This is what we do here in the global cluster, and encouraging this to to every one of us, and encouraging us to continue to do our own bit in our own corner, while we make our nation a great place to be. Now, where are the avenues? Where are the avenues that we can do this, like opportunities that drive nation building? Where are the opportunities that drives nation building, where we can do this sharing through education and skill development? You know, you can there are some bright keys. Actually, there are some bright keys, maybe in the ghetto, in the slum. They are very bright, but they don't have the opportunity to quality and affordable education. We can help these kind of kids that we feel like they are good cognitive in the brain there. We can give them scholarship, to get education, and that's even part of what we are doing here in the global clusters. Every of your subscription in global cluster is coming with an opportunity for you to learn something, formally. And you're even getting a skill, a lot of digital skill. You understand? And of course, even if we have people that can't even go to the formal education, we talk about skill development. In the global clusters, we have a place for skill acquisition and skill development called the certificate. So we always can support people getting skill, making sure they get necessary skill that can solve problem, and everybody's good. Another way that we can share this opportunity is access to healthcare. you know we can support the existing health centers, especially the primary health centers that are closer to the community, the grassroots. We can support those that couldn't afford, you know their health, insurances. Especially, we can support people with health insurances. And another opportunity that I have mentioned earlier on is employment. And now, where we can also share this sharing about is employment and entrepreneurship. You understand? Giving people opportunity for jobs. Like in the global cluster, like you said, coming on board, you have opportunity. If you should come in, even as of this moment, the scholarship is still on. With just 25K, you have the opportunity to get to study some very relevant courses in the London Tea Career Institute, look UK London Tea Career Institute. Like we have the data analysis, business analysis, the cyber security, the certified nursing assistant, the diploma in health and safety, video content creation, ethical creation of videos and the likes. All these are skills that you can get that could make you an entrepreneur. You can start doing all these things, or upgrading yourself in your skills and making things better for us. The global cluster is always about human development, and they are so keen about that. We are really keen about that. Another opportunity that we can also share is innovation and technology. Like here in Global Cluster, every time we update ourselves, this is also working, especially in the part of the AI, artificial intelligence that has gone beyond just text alone. Can do a lot of things, like in the nearest future, 9 out of 10 people are going to be out of job. This is not if a false or a wicked prophecy or a bad prophecy or something. It's just reality, because with AI now you can do a lot. So you can do like 10 jobs, different jobs, you understand, different tasks, different profession, with just one AI tool. You understand? So here we give ourselves updates about what is working, what we need to wake up to, and that is about sharing. That's part of sharing, also sharing information, vital information and knowledge that could help everyone scale up. So also opportunities that drive nation building is cultural and social inclusion. When everybody come together, we submit our expertise, submit our knowledge, like what's the global clusters, and the global presidents always emphasize that everyone coming together, submitting their ideology, submitting their knowledge, submitting their information for everyone to scale up. You understand? That's what we do here in the global clusters. So, what are the roles of communities now? What are the roles of communities in the grassroots? What can we do to benefit from this? as a community. We encourage collaborative or collective projects. We can encourage collective projects like cooperatives and shared enterprises. Like what we have also in the global cluster, we have the GQL, the Grants Quality Education and Lifelong Learning. Like in the GQL, all these they embedded even in your subscription of the global clusters. As we come together, we come together to support people, and as we are supporting people in the GQL concepts, you are also getting value to yourselves. See things like that. It's about sharing and you receiving. As we share, we receive. Also in multiple. So, other roles of the community that is mentor and empower youth and women. We mentor and empower you mentor and empower youth and women. The global cluster will always emphasize about mind surgery, being instead of the youth, instead of the youth saying you want to take power from the powerful one. The youth are being encouraged to submit themselves, to mentorship, and we are also encouraging the strong one in the community to also mentor others, adopt a youth and mentor them to greatness. And of course, talking about women, we are so blessed to have an NGO called WeWard Foundation, Women Empower Women and Disabled, in the global clusters, supporting the women affairs, and also supporting the education. That we have done a lot of relevant AI skills training for people in Lagos, in your state. It has been so wonderful. We are sponsored by that foundation, and with that also we can support this kind of foundation, to continue to reach out to the world and to let them know that there is a community called the Global Clusters that are reaching out to everyone and wanting them to see the better nation that we could be. Now, other roles of communities in this sharing is share knowledge and experiences. Like I mentioned before, we are always here. We have the professionals, we have the technocrats, we have the entrepreneurs coming here to share the accurate knowledge of their industry, the accurate information about it, because they want everyone to come. We have the realtors, they are here. We have the waiters, we have the uh, we have every realtors in the global clusters, and we are all working together. We have the market fish, the fish industries, they are here. We have we have the agriculture is available, and we are all working together, to make sure that everybody have the opportunity. We have the paint industry also is here, and everybody is bringing. We have so many entrepreneurs coming, to teach us how to do business, and this has been helping a lot of us, to scale up in our own enterprises. Also, role of the community is to mobilize support during crisis. You know, instead of we destroying, instead of we destroying and building chaos, we come together to say no. Let's there be peace. Let's solve our own problem. We can solve our own problem. Let's come to dialogue. Let's make things work. That is part of the humanity that we do here. All right. So when we share all these opportunities and all this knowledge, now what are the benefits for nation building? When we share, what are the benefits? We have stronger social safety nets. Everywhere is safe, because everybody is busy, doing productive things, for themselves and to be better. And of course, um, there will be security. Security will be 100%. When everyone feels like okay, they have the rights, they have the opportunity to work, and to get something for themselves. When they need something, they have somewhere to go, to get it. They believe that they can't be stranded. It's everywhere safe. You can sleep with all your eyes closed. Another benefit is inclusive economic growth. Now, everybody will continue to do their own parts. Everybody will continue to grow. as an individual, as a businessman or business person or businesswoman, you continue to add your quota. As a professional, you continue to do what you need to do. As a technocrat, you continue to innovate. Everybody coming together, submitting their idea, submitting their knowledge and their experience and their expertise to make the nation grow. Also, when we shared, what are the benefits also is reduce conflicts over inequality. So people won't feel like some class of people that are the one that are getting the benefits, some of us are not getting, and which could result into unnecessary protests. Because everybody's busy. Everybody's busy. You know that, okay, when you do this business, when you do this tax, you're going to get something for yourself. You have your own fair share, for your service, and everybody feels so happy. There won't be need for conflicts, for fight. There won't be need for any issues amongst us as a people. Also, another benefit is more resilient and united societies. Everybody, we are united because we nobody is feeling cheated, nobody is feeling stranded, nobody is feeling not being productive. So we all come together, we solve our own problem. When anything is coming, we rally around ourselves, because we trust ourselves, and we make sure that we source that, you know as a people. So it make us united and make us resilient as a people. There are some challenges in this, actually. Um, there are some challenges in sharing resources and opportunities. There are some challenges in it that we are going to be looking at before we round up. One is greed and corruption. One of the challenges, the being that is blocking, is affecting the sharing of resources and opportunity, is greed and corruption. Some people just want to hold everything to themselves. They don't want to share links, they don't want to share informations. They see people struggling and suffering, and they know that they have the capacity to help, and they know that these people can fix these things, but I don't know, they decide to just keep it to themselves and never release it. Some people sit on a lot of resources that are wasting away. That's a challenge, and these are the things that build upon people's anger and could cause any protest. But we are saying that we should release, we should support, we should share. When we do that, everybody will be fine. Nobody will be chasing you with a tool, to get what you want, because everybody is even busy getting their own share also as they are working. So greed and corruption is one of the factor, one of the challenge. And number two challenge is unequal access to resources. Unequal access to resources. Some people, they they are so unaware of the many resources that they have around them, and that makes them lack. You understand? They don't know how to access this and to harness them. And that's why we are here every time in the global clusters, all day, every day, coming together to share, you know, all this information and knowledge for as many that could see and willing to take advantage of this and use them for their own benefit. Another challenge is political and social discrimination. There are some people, they can't access some things because they are not from one part of the world, because they are not part of a particular clique or particular uh, group. You understand? So that makes them uh, lack access to these many opportunities and resources that are available for everyone. Another challenge that we have is lack of awareness on collective responsibility. Some people don't know that what's the opportunity they have, to have access to some resources is for them to be able to share with and to others. So it's very important also that that's why we are having this, encouraging ourselves that we have the responsibility of sharing. When we have opportunities, when we have information that could help others, we share it to people, make them aware of what is available for them to take advantage of. So it is very, very important that we should create awareness for people to get information on how they can access, the relevant resources and opportunities available. So how can we overcome these challenges as we are rounding up? How can we overcome these challenges? One, it promotes transparency and accountability. Promotes transparency and accountability. As many of us have the opportunity, to be aware, to be in access to control resources. We are to be transparent and to be accountable. For the affairs, for the resources we have been put in charge. We should be transparent and accountable. That's why the global presence has made it interestingly compulsory that at the end of every month, we come together to have a kind of assessment of how far the month has been, what should we improve, what should we do better, because we are community working together. So to overcome this challenge, we talk about promotes transparency and accountability. Two, strengthen initiatives strengthen community driven initiative. The global president has been encouraging every one of us to create our own spark hub to encourage as many in the background to in the grassroots to join, especially in every of our meetings. They are very, very vital to our growth as a people. That's where we get the right knowledge, the right information, and that will lead us to the meeting the right people. And another way we can overcome this is advocates for inclusive government policies. Advocates for inclusive government policies where everyone is being given the opportunity to hear their voices and to be given responsibility to act, in their various capacity. That also will go a long way, sharing responsibilities for as many that are willing to take charge of it. Another ways we can overcome this challenge, impeding, the sharing of resources and opportunities, is foster a culture of generosity and empathy. Foster a culture of generosity and empathy. We should learn how to give, irrespective you know, irrespective of how little, we should cultivate the habit to give, you know, and when we give, no matter how little it is, it's spread across and everyone sees that I can be my brothers and my sisters' keeper. So when we have a culture of generosity and empathy, people we feel like, oh, I am loved here, and there won't be need for any chaos and crisis. All right. I mentioned a case study of what we are having in the global clusters, like we're having the agri, real estate, and the exports projects that allows everyone, to engage in meaningful investments. We have the GQL promoted by the New Hope. Yes, sir. New Hope Cooperative is part of what we do in the global clusters also. And also, we are talking about shared resources, reduce hunger, created jobs, and strengthening unity. As a people, it is very important that we have the understanding of even what we have in the global clusters. We have the agri, real estate, and the exports, whereby when we engage in this, as a people, we are reducing hunger. The ARE, the agri, real estate, and exports. As we are farming, people are working on the farm. You understand? I have invested. You understand? Either I have an acre, or I have three plus. I have, or even if I should rent, my investment is assisting some people to do the job. Some people are working. I have my own profit, and when I have my own profit, some people are working, and we share profits. We have food, to the nation, and everybody is happy. That's one of those things that we are doing here in the global clusters. And all this shows how collective sharing builds resilience. I share my own currency, my own capital. I invested, some people are working, and we have the proceeds that will take to the market. And we also have the one that will export, and I have my own land. I know everything working together as a people to grow ourselves. So on the final notes, we are calling ourselves that as citizens, let's share skills, knowledge, and support. As leaders, let's ensure fair distribution of resources. And in the global clusters community, we are promoting international cooperation, not just locally. We are projecting Nigeria to the world, to Africa, and to the world. And of course, together, we can build a fair and inclusive nation as a people. And finally, we are saying that sharing is at the heart of humanity. Sharing is at the heart of humanity. Collective growth leads to sustainable nation building. By sharing resources and opportunities, we build nations where everyone thrives. And this is one of the um, emphasis, this is one of the bedrock, this is one of the pillars, that the global process rests upon, whereby we share the accurate knowledge, accurate information, and everybody grows together. We all cluster to prosper together. Thank you very much for your time. I can see you, sir, the global president. I will allow you to take charge now as we are moving forward, sir. The global president, sir. Thank you, sir. You are muted, sir.
Uh, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Clear, sir. Thank you, sir.
I needed to create a space. Yes. All right. Um, for everyone listening, the humanity revolution has come here to stay, and I want to quickly bring to the subconsciousness of everyone. 1 minute, please. I want to bring to the subconsciousness of everyone that we're going to be having humanity institutions. We're going to be having humanity institutions where, all courses like empathy will be studied. You're going to have certificate in empathy, certificate and diploma in empathy, advanced diploma in empathy. And we're going to break it down so that people can understand what we're talking about. When we say this is an intellectual movement, we understand that it's needed in nation building. A place of compassion, you understand, is going to be defined. We're going to have the Humanity Institutes, you understand, where, an era where people will be competing or complementing each other with humanity. You understand? Like it will look as if they are competing, but they're actually complementing each other with humanity. Humanity has a way of reproducing itself. Everything Cluster and Luashe Yodishagan has said, if properly well emulated, it has a way of duplicating itself. When you show humanity to someone, people feel like they are owing you. You understand? They feel like they are owing you, and it's a no-brainer. It's the real deal. In Nigeria, this is what we need now. An intellectual movement, intellectual revolution now. Intellectual revolution now. The reason why our environment is the way it is because of the level of humanity we have displayed. Do you understand? We have not displayed enough of, humanity to one another. Let us be kind. A place of compassion, respect to elders, doing the proper thing. You understand? activating the hormone that is responsible for humanity, the oxytocin hormone. You understand? Activating it. You understand? Into its fullness, bringing it to life is really, really very, very important in development. So the global cluster is here to ensure that this happen. And I'm really, really glad. I want everyone to know that if you are not here, you're missing a lot. I know everyone will join the bandwagon, but if you join early, you will learn early. If you join early, you will, take your place on time and you will be established early. It's really, really very important. The global clusters is equally regarded as the University of Knowledge, Information, and Connection. The University of Knowledge, Information, and Connection. And I am saying this so that everyone will know that, this is our currency. This is what we exchange in the community. The humanity revolution is not a spectator call. Instead of end SARS, instead of end bad governance, we are saying let us put all our energy in, humanity revolution. Let us put everything, every of our power into humanity revolution. And it's second to none. It's a no-brainer. It's the real deal. And the kind of Nigeria we all crave for will start imagine once every Nigerian activate the humanity in them. Stop dehumanizing one another. Start embracing humanity. Start embracing inclusivity. Start, start doing it. It's important. It's not a spectator call, but I'm not the only one here. Let's hear from Master Genie. What's your take on today's humanity revolution? Master Genie, over to you, please.
Thank you very much, sir. Our global president. Excellent evening, sir. I greet you. Thank you for all you do for humanity. I greet our First Lady and every great clusterian present on the call today. Yes, thank you, our spokesperson, Cluster Oluwaseyi. Thank you for that great information on humanity revolution of the global clusters. We cannot emphasize enough on being kind as a human and sharing kindness to the next human around us, which is part of what you are talking about. And my own submission today will come from where you mentioned about sharing resources for collective growth, because that is very, very important in this our platform. Because as a clusterian, we are meant to collaborate together. There is uh, nothing we cannot do with collaboration, because everybody come together from all different aspects of professions and technocrats and enterprise, and that is what we need in nation building, because the global cluster platform is the first of its kind social media platform, nation building platform, the first of its kind on earth, proudly
Mm,
African, proudly Nigerian. And nation building is just not about building the roads or infrastructures. You understand? What you mentioned there is very, very important, because like what the global president is sharing with us now, he could have kept this resource to himself and even sold
mhm,
it to very expensive company or tech company that will give him multi-billion dollar
mm,
on this app. But he said no. He said he wants to bring it to us to build Nigeria. And I want everyone listening now and everyone that will be listening to us later, we cannot shout enough. Don't miss your opportunity to grow with us. There is a lot of information. You know, this is a university of accurate information, accurate connection. There is nothing you want to solve
and
now that if you
accurate
bring it to
knowledge.
the like I said, there's nothing you want to solve now that if you bring it on board to the global cluster, that you will live without solution. We are talking
Mm,
about agriculture. For every man and woman who are saying they love each other, when they spend time together and have a child, are they not going to feel the child? They are going to feed the child. So our Greek is
Mm-hmm.
very important, which is why we are, talking about the ARA concept all the time.
Yes.
For the
Mm-hmm.
low minded, don't be thinking we're just trying to, make money on this. Is because we want to build our father's land. We want the changes that we are anticipating to start with us. So the place of humanity revolution is very, very important in nation building.
Mm-hmm.
Nation building is not just about constructing roads, bridges, or skyscrapers. It's about
Mm-hmm.
building the people. And this is what the Global Cluster Platform is doing. It's building us, it's strengthening us. And we are building a community that we have enough strength to move because this is a movement and ensuring that no citizen is left behind. That is why we are saying don't miss your opportunity to join us. Stop leaving money on the table. Stop following the noisy crowd whereby you will just follow them and come back with depression or just anticipating for what you cannot get. But if you come on this global cluster movement, the global cluster platform, the social media platform that is focusing on nation building,
Mm-hmm.
you're not going to be left behind.
Mm-hmm.
Come and share our opportunity with us. And to all those that they are bigger than us and they are looking on how to help people, then you can come and join the global cluster, empower somebody. Let's build our community.
Mm-hmm.
So the power of sharing opportunities is very, very important.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, Oluwaseyi did mention about the GQL. We cannot emphasize enough what is in that 81,000 as a combo package when you join the global cluster as a vendor. You have the access to a marketplace whereby you can sit down and somebody else will be promoting your products for you without charging you any extra money.
Mm-hmm.
We have the GQL for people that are saying, "Oh, I want to go to school, but there is no funds." Here is scholarship. Here is the GQL. So we are not even just saying about the agri real estate and export alone, whereby everybody would think that it's just about making money. What about the one of the grant quality and learning, whereby we are able to educate people, empower people, people that are struggling with their business, they are able to get some grant that will help them. And all
Mm-hmm.
these things are wasting under the global cluster if nobody is taking action on them.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So, what is my conclusion? My conclusion today is as individuals, we can share our knowledge, mentor
Mm-hmm.
the younger generation, and volunteer in our communities, which is what we are doing on the Global Clusters platform every day. So,
Mm-hmm.
as organization, we can create platform for startups, offer internships, and invest in community development, which is what the Global Clusters is doing. Then the government can now ensure that the policies that run this kind of organization are fair and inclusive and forward looking. In fact, I was going to call our global president that he needs to help us speak to Sheyi Tinubu. I can see that everything we are talking now, they are passing it, and I don't want them to just, you know, steal our idea and then go and give the money to one minister that will not do anything.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. My brother, uh, you see, the ideology about the global clusters is is beyond stealing. And if it's about money, we we know where to take the global cluster to and make money. We know on top of tables that we're supposed to pitch it and tell them we have this idea, this is what it's capable of doing, and they will just drop money, and that money can be enough to take care of one for the rest of its life. You understand?
Yes, sir.
But you see this movement, only John Nicole Joan. This is much. I've presented in so many places.
Yes, sir.
If it's Let me tell you something. The humanity revolution alone is enough as an idea. It's as big as the global cluster itself. The humanity revolution alone. Each revolution, each cluster is as big as it. So, and there are ideas to run them. You understand? So it is not something anybody can steal.
Yes,
It's done, but if you run, Tobalu only copy, yes, but you cannot, they cannot get it
it look
right.
like the original.
It's, no, no, no. Just to let you know, let them copy, let them do everything, let them do everything. We have the blueprints. We are ready. If we have someone that look at us and said, take so amount, go and be doing what you're doing. Yes, people can do that. They can give us grants to do what we're doing. We don't have budget yet. And we've been spending our money. I'm an educationist. I'm an academician. And pretty much you can call me a teacher. You understand? And this is my legacy project. I believe that the reason why we are not as developed as we are ought to be is because we have not submitted ourselves to quality and accurate learning. In my mother's tongue, wọ́n ní ẹ̀kọ́ dára púpọ̀, ẹ̀kọ́ ló dáyé tá a wà yìí sẹ́. Come in. Ẹ̀kọ́ dára púpọ̀, ẹ̀kọ́ ló dáyé tá a wà yìí sẹ́. Ẹ̀kọ́ ló ń gbé ní dépò gíga, ẹ̀kọ́ ló ń gbé ní dé ipò ọlá. Ẹ̀dàkúnlé ẹ̀yìn òbí wa. It's training that takes you to the level at which you want to get to.
Yes.
So what we're saying is that the global cluster is a platform to train, to mine, and produce quality and accurate leaders, technocrats wise, entrepreneur wise, and professional wise. So it's good if they want to emulate everything. We are not hiding anything. We're sharing our concept notes with them. We give it to them. If anybody can implement it the way, then that means I'm fulfilled. Yeah.
Yes.
If anybody, if you know you can implement the global clusters, you understand, take it, steal it, take it. You understand?
Yes, sir.
It's not anything. You understand? Because then after all, everybody go die.
Yes.
Let me put it like that. I was talking to somebody, said, after all, people will die. So it's not, whether this or that.
Yes.
And that is the truth. After all, people will leave this earth. Nobody owns this earth. You understand? You don't know where you're gonna leave it. But the only thing I want to be known for is that I initiated an idea. And if you know you are, come, we are we have our hands spread and we're saying to everybody, it's not that you are not seeing, it's not that Tinubu is not seeing what we're doing.
Yeah.
It's not that they are not seeing it, they are
They are
seeing it.
saying it. Yes.
Like, even the Tinubu is seeing it, everybody is seeing it, but they felt okay, let them be doing what they're doing. Do you want to say if I said a negative word now concerning the president and we are online like this, they will not see it?
They will see it.
Somebody will not take it to him. Yeah, they've
They will
taken it to
see it.
him. We
Yeah.
have advertised on TV Continental. We have advertised on so many radio. We are online. We are everywhere, and we come out every day. You understand? So does it mean that they've not seen what we're doing? They saw it. One thing in this nation is that we observe that when you're doing the right thing, people ignore you.
Yes.
But when you do the bad thing, people pay attention to you.
Straight.
That's what I've seen. And that is the narrative we're trying to change here. You understand?
Yes.
Let us pay attention to the good ones. Let us start discussing the good ones. Let us start amplifying it. I was at Nigerian investment, um, uh, Nigerian. Investment Promotion Commission today. And, they are doing a lot of great jobs. But a lot of people don't know them. They don't know them a lot. They don't know what it stands for, what they're supposed to do, and all of that. And we have written them for collaboration. And there are very good people there that they are ready to support professionals, technocrats, and entrepreneurs. So the essence of the global clusters is not a spectator call. Um, if Mr. Sheyi Tinubu wants to be part of what we're doing, you're welcome. We don't just want violence in what we're doing. We are not ready to identify with violence. This is an intellectual movement. This is not political. This is not religion. This is purpose. Strictly purpose. So if this Nigeria is your father's land and you want to contribute your own quota, join us. If you want to use this as a political demise, no, we are not politicians. You understand? And that is why, we are doing what we're doing to make sure that we support any government in power. We support and we advance humanity for the first moral social media platform. Is it possible for a social media to be moral and decent? Yes, it's very possible. Everything inside can be decent, and that is the movement we have started. Yes, everything in a social media can be decent. You can enter into a social media, and all you get is knowledge, is information, and is connection. And that is the global cluster for you. And that is the way forward for Nigerians, and that is the way forward for Africa. And this is coming born out of Nigeria, born out of Africa, and to the world, strictly for nation building. And Nigeria has implemented first nation building social media platform because it is the sickness that you have that you are going to create medicine for. So our sickness is that we are underdeveloped. So it's good that we create a nation building that will develop our system. And that is the antidote. And the antidote is that everybody comes together. Let us unite. Give your knowledge, give your information, give your connection. Let us use it to involve. Gaskia. And it's been working. It's a no-brainer. It's the real deal. So let's do it together. So LO2 certificate revolution. I shared the white paper of the certificate to you. Certificate revolution alone, looking at the
Yes, sir.
institute that we are creating. Now small thing.
No be small thing, sir.
Not,
No be small thing, no be small thing at all.
so if you want to steal the global cluster, your brain must be working like you must have a special brain to do it. It's not one side. Is it accurate connection that you want to talk about? Look at that certificate. Look at the framework of the certificate school. We're coming up with a school that is relevant for now. A school that will be producing CEOs, professionals, technocrats, entrepreneurs in their mother's tongue. Somebody will speak Yoruba and he will be very good at what he's doing. So, my brother, the global cluster is not something anybody can steal. So a lot of times, even me, I look at it, I said, coming out of a vision, looking at the vision and say, how did this come by? Báwo ni mo ṣe rò? Báwo ló ṣe wá? Báwo mo ṣe bí? You understand? Look at it. It's a no-brainer. We are a cluster of 3 here now. If you submit your knowledge, information, and connection, submit your knowledge, information, I submit mine, and those online are submitting theirs. I can tell you, the only thing we are saying is that when we all come together, let us use it to involve and let us replicate ourselves. We can represent 1 billion of us.
Yes.
Yes. Just go and look for your kind outside. That's what we're saying. Bring them into the fold. Let them start helping their family with the knowledge. They get my knowledge, they get my connection, I get their knowledge, and all of that. That is the thing. Some people can use your connection better than you are. That's your knowledge. Some people can use it better than you are. Some people know how to use it better than you are. That's your information that you have that it has not turned to anything to you. Some people, when they have same information, they know how to use it better. Yes, they know how to use it better. So it's a no-brainer. It's the real deal. So the global cluster has come to stay. The free version is almost done. A lot of, dotting the I's and crossing the T's. And that is what we're currently doing. So having said that, thank you, Master Genie, for that contribution and for that information. I will, I think I have Shitinubu's number. I will try and reach him. I tested him the last time, he has not replied. They are busy and all of that. So I'll still try and reach him and
Thank
see
you, sir.
possibilities. But the only thing, thanks to the former president for accepting us, that is President Ibrahim Badamasi Babangida. He accepted us and he said, "This is what giving a shot." That is his word. He said, "This is what the youth should do. Instead of creating chaos out there, we should represent our father's land well. We should continue from where they stop. They have tried for us. They have tried to uphold Nigerian for us. So we should take it up from where they have stopped and take it to where it ought to be." So if you are hungry like ourselves, if you are hungry to create a better society, then join the movement. There is a space for everybody. Everybody is important in the community, from the lowest to the highest. You understand? So let us speak from one another to involve. That is the ideology of the global cluster. So having said that, let me draw the curtain here today. Tomorrow is Genuine Love Revolution. Don't miss it for anything. And before I go, I want to say, who are we? We are a consortium of professional or aspiring professional, technocrat or aspiring technocrat, entrepreneurs or aspiring entrepreneurs, where we share accurate knowledge of our industry. Why? Because it gives us the right power, accurate information, because that is the bridge between where we are and where we ought to be. Accurate connection, because to whom we are connected to determine what we collect. We are not just a social media platform with a marketplace with the best monetization on earth. We are the first nation building social media platform on earth, and it's proudly Nigeria, proudly Africa. You can join us by becoming a Spark Over, meaning subscribe to all of our social media platform on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, X, TikTok. You know, you can thank you, the Global Daniel, for that comment. You can subscribe and be part of the community. Or you can become a premium member with just the 1,000 naira one time lifetime. And then this comes with a discounted UK diploma course from London Till Career Institute on data analysis, cybersecurity, certified nursing assistant, and mini MBA and so on, and AI courses. Or you become a vendor, a one time lifetime of 81,000 or its equivalent, and you still get a mini MBA, business analysis, and to start with. So, to reach out to us, download the app on Play Store, or you go to www.theglobalclusters.org. I want to appreciate everyone for coming by. The Global Daniel, the 001 meal program. I celebrate you, my brother, my friend, for all you do, and my partner for all you do to contribute positively to humanity. My PA, Cluster and Oluwaseyi, thanks for everything that you have been doing. And Master Genie, 002 Certificate Revolution. This is the time you have come in contact with the global clusters. You have always been taking it to the moon. And let us keep doing what we're doing. And I can tell you, everything is looking up and everything is going to blow big, big, very big. Thank you very much. And let's meet tomorrow. Keep, coming together for nation building. Let us cluster to prosper. Let us cluster to build our father's land. Bye for now.
Thank you very much, sir. Bye for now.
Thank you. Thank you. Bye.